London is a massive city, and moving through its dense urban landscape often feels exactly like standing in a rushing river. Most visitors arrive with a massive, uncurated list of 24 iconic landmarks, determined to conquer them all in a frantic 3-day weekend. You can exhaust your time and drain your budget trying to do it all, or you can build a curated trip based on your specific profile. This decision matrix maps out those choices. We plot locations across 2 axes, traditional versus alternative experiences on the bottom, and premium costs versus free entry on the side. In a city of this scale, prioritizing strategic resource allocation over a simple checklist of sites is the only way to ensure your trip actually works for you. Let's look at the premium skyline category. Getting a high-altitude view of the city usually requires an extreme financial commitment. Boarding the London Eye costs £32. Those massive passenger pods require heavy infrastructure and strict capacity limits, guaranteeing you will navigate inevitable ticketing queues. The Shard presents a similar hurdle with a £28 entry fee. Both of these are high-budget, high-friction investments. There is an alternative. The Sky Garden offers a premium, glass-domed panoramic view for absolutely zero cost. But the free entry comes with a hidden trade-off. You have to book your tickets weeks in advance, completely eliminating any chance of spontaneity in your schedule. Looking back at our quadrant chart, the Eye and the Shard sit high on the premium cost axis, while the Sky Garden is locked at the very bottom on the free edge. Saving that £30 on the London skyline requires trading your financial flexibility for extreme forward planning. Moving to the traditional, historic core of the city, these sites demand the highest investment of your time and physical endurance. Take Buckingham Palace. The changing of the guard creates a severe logistical bottleneck, specifically built around its rigid 11 a.m. summer schedule. To attend it, you must battle massive crowds, navigate extensive physical barricades, and sacrifice an entire morning just to secure a distant vantage point. Westminster Abbey moves you from the outdoor crowds to indoor immersion, functioning as both a working church and a royal tomb. But navigating that massive Gothic architecture demands a heavy, solemn environment. The sheer scale drains energy and drastically slows down your sightseeing momentum. On our updated chart, the Palace and the Abbey drop firmly into the traditional, high time commitment quadrant. Experiencing London's classic historical hits charges a heavy tax on your physical endurance and your daily schedule flexibility. If you need an energetic antidote to solemn historic sites, London's alternative cultural hubs and street markets provide a completely different pace. Portobello Road is famous for its antique vendors, but they operate under a strict timing constraint. They are exclusively cousined on Saturdays. That schedule creates intense friction. Navigating the peak weekend tourist density makes casual browsing nearly impossible. Camden Town serves as the premier alternative culture counterpart. These oversized, vivid 3D storefront murals offer a sharp visual departure from the traditional stone architecture. The trade-off for Camden is geography. Its northern location requires dedicating significant transit time away from the central Thames hub. Updating our matrix one last time, Portobello and Camden land deep on the alternative side. Securing these alternative cultural experiences means you either brave peak weekend crowds or sacrifice the efficiency of staying near the city center. Now that we've evaluated the isolated locations, we can construct cohesive, targeted itineraries based on your specific travel profile. This 3-column traveler scorecard will filter the noise for the budget optimizer, the pop culture seeker, and the traditionalist. For the budget optimizer, we start by ruthlessly cutting all premium attractions over £28 from the itinerary. We replace them with zero-cost experiences, the pre-booked Sky Garden, St. James Park, and the National Gallery, where the open public steps reinforce its zero-barrier entry. For the pop culture seeker, we actively abandon the time-heavy historic tombs. Instead, group Camden's street art, the Platform 9¾ photo op, and Baker Street, anchored by this Sherlock Holmes statue and the classic underground entrance. The time-poor traditionalist has to embrace the crowds, but requires hyper-efficient geographic routing to make it work. We map a highly efficient walking route starting at Trafalgar Square and ending directly at St. Paul's Cathedral. This pedestrian pipeline is made possible by the Millennium Bridge. You have a direct sightline from the footbridge straight to the cathedral dome, cutting out all navigational guesswork. London rewards brutal self-awareness. The The perfect trip is built by ruthlessly skipping the iconic sites that don't match your exact investment profile.